Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Weimar, Texas. And welcome to Game 2, production of Cedar Ridge versus Klein Collins. Cedar Ridge is the co-champions from District 16 5A. They won last night's game. You see a beautiful Weimar field here. Weimar Veterans Park, Strickland Field. Just an amazing old ballpark. Over 50 years old, beautiful wooden stands, shaded back here. Klein Collins Tigers, 24-9 on the season. But none of that matters right now because they have got to win this next game if they want to continue on to the third round of the postseason, where they will face the Kingwood Mustangs. Kingwood Mustangs just defeated McNeil in Game 2 by a score of 4-3, and they won Game 1 3-1 yesterday. We're going to take a quick break and watch the introduction of the players from Cedar Ridge and Klein Collins, and then we'll be right back for the first pitch of the ball game here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Number 8, Jason Reed. Number 9, Dylan Honeycutt. Number 10, Trevor Burdetsky. Number 12, Alex Perez. Number 13, Nico Rodriguez. Number 16, Rudy Ruiz. Number 18, Marcus Bailey. And number 20, Patrick Johnson. Head coach, Jeremy Kozak. His assistants, Martha Williams, Brett Percival, Chad Moorhead, and Jeff Frick. The Cedar Ridge Raiders. For home team, Klein Collins Tigers, leading off at shortstop, number 3, Jacob Rodriguez. Batting second at second base, number 2, Austin Finnegan. Batting third at third base, number 11, Jake Jarvis. At the cleanup spot in right field, number 17, Jason Helms. Batting fifth at first base, number 6, Mikey Tanner. Batting sixth in center field, number 1, Nick Carney. Your designated hitter is batting seventh, number 21, Tristan Sanders. He will be batting for the pitcher, number 9, Francisco Pena. Batting eighth, behind the plate, number 12, Jared Hoover. And rounding out the Tiger batting lineup, number 15, Joe Rodriguez in left field. Your sub, number 4, Kyle Saul. Number 5, Lance McCullough. Number 7, Peyton Yost. Number 8, Austin Windsor. Number 10, Kyle Dykeman. Number 13, John Herring. Number 14, Chris Suarez. Number 16, Brian Reed. Number 18, Martin Colton. Number 9, Colton Martin. Number 19, Isaac Carrion. Number 20, James Kuykendall. Number 21, Nick Nikolowczyk. Number 23, Austin Boyle. Number 24, Jonathan Silva. Number 25, Ricky Urbano. Number 26, Angel De La Fuente. Number 27, Jacob Citron. Number 28, Hunter Strong. Number 29, Bradley Meade. Number 30, Tyler Bonham. And number 11, Jacob Weeder. Coaches, Miguel Carlos. His assistant, Chris Griffin, Darren Bartell, Terry Barnett, and Eric Parsley. The Klein Collins Tigers.
If safety is your goal, Fabinco is your gate. Fabinco, the world's leading manufacturer of self-closing safety gates.
Hey, thanks for the VIP treatment, Kerry. Thanks for saving me all that money on my car insurance, Robert. That's State Farm's discount double check. We dig through your policy, find any hidden savings. That's funny. Before every home game, I used to do an Ivy double check. Really? Yeah, people drop all kinds of stuff in here. Old cell phone, French horn. Andre Dawson? What year is it?
Let State Farm find your hidden savings with a discount double check.
Caught it! Woo!
Get to a better state. State Farm.
So, where are you living now, Will?
Where am I living? The only place I can afford.
Here it is, just like you left it.
Okay, I was smart enough to notice that this totally loaded daily double is now on the McDonald's extra value menu. Only paid $1.99. So hey, I can handle this. I got this great kind of loft space.
No way. Cool.
Check out McDonald's Extra Value Menu and find the big taste of the Daily Double for just $1.99. Just one of the great Extra Value Menu tastes. The simple joy of being smart.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Weimar, Texas here. Just about underway here for game 2 of this area round matchup. As you see, the Raiders now 22-10-1 on the season. The Tigers falling to 24-9 on the year. You see the starting pitcher there, Paco, as they call him, Francisco Pena, warming up there. And like I said, 24-9 now for the Tigers. You know, number-wise, everything favors the Tigers, and honestly, by a lot. But like everyone says, the games are not played on paper. They're played on the field of play, and good thing for the Raiders because they got a huge walk-off bottom of the 7th, 2-out home run by first baseman Cruz Budiker to win the ball game 4-3. Just an amazing comeback. Cedar Ridge only led once the entire ball game, and that was when that ball left the yard. They were down 2-0, down 3-0. They chipped away, finally tied it up late in the ball game, and then in the bottom of the 7th, that's when the magic happened for the Raiders, and Budiker hit the shot, the walk-off home run in the bottom of the 7th to the left field. The game 2 starting matchup is number 23, Trent Rosapal for the Raiders, and Francisco Pena on the hill for the Tigers. Ryan Klimovitz is going to lead off the ball game for the Raiders. Here's the first pitch of the ball game by Paco. Cutter is taken inside for ball 1. 2:16 is the start time. That pitch low and inside, 82 degrees. Here at the start, Klimovitz has a 2-0 count on him. That pitch is low. 3-0, 3 consecutive balls thrown by Paco to start this ball game off. You know he will have the red light here. Fastball taken on the outside part of the plate and called ball 4. Not a bad spot, but unfortunately that was ball 4. And Klimovitz is aboard at first base with a leadoff walk. The third baseman Cameron Pinchback is now at the plate. You can see that wide open dugout. Beautiful park here. First pitch to Pinchback is fastball taken low. See that giant scoreboard, purple scoreboard up at the top. I know it's hard to read, but Weimer Veterans Park, Strickland Field. Hill Bank and Trust Company scoreboard. One of the nicest looking scoreboards you'll see around, even in college ball. Jared Huber and his battery mate, Paco, out there trying to fix his glove. Maybe one of the loose threads needs to get tied up there. During last ball game, he actually had to switch gloves. We'll see if he ends up doing that later on. Man on first, 5 consecutive balls thrown by Paco now. Cameron pinch back, the lefty. Was 1 for 4 with 2 Ks, but did have a double in the third inning last night. Strike called there. 1-1 count on pinch back now. Paco tosses it over to Tanner at first. Catcher Mike McCann is on deck. He did a lot of damage at the dish last night. Strike called, fastball on the inside part of the plate there. And honestly, that really didn't look like a strike. But some earlier did. It were called a ball, so could be that kind of night possibly, that kind of afternoon. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on pinch back, the third baseman. Here's the 1-2. Hit on the ground into right field, and that's going to be a single for Cameron Pinchback. Tigers in a must-win situation here, but they've done it before. They lost game 1 in the by-district round against College Park. Ended up coming back to win both games 2 and 3. You see McCann's numbers there, and yesterday he was just on fire. 1 for 2 with an RBI double and 2 walks, reaching base 3 out of 4 times. Big righty at the plate. Paco wondering where that pitch was, and I'll tell you where it was. It was in the strike zone. No question, that was a strike. Inconsistency here in the first inning. Swung on and missed on that off-speed pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, last night, the home plate umpire, he didn't call that inside pitch, but he was consistent, didn't call that all night. So you got to adjust to it. All you want is consistency. That one hit up in the air. Jason Helms, not too deep out there in right field. Oh, but he very close, almost tagged him out at second base, thinking that Helms was going to rifle it over to third. Almost caught Klimovitz napping over there at second base.
Number 19, the third baseman, Bruce Whitaker. 1 out.
Bruce Whitaker, the game 1 hero, hit the walk-off in the 7th, walk-off homer. First baseman. See his district numbers right there. He's got some power. And runners are going. There's the throw to third. Got him. No question about it. Nailed him on the double steal at third. Jared Huber with a rifle. Whitaker still with a runner in scoring position over there at second base. That's pinch back. Hits one foul down that third base side. Of course, being a right-hander, you see J-Rod playing well to that true shortstop spot. Austin Finnegan on the other side, just out of the picture, is a little bit closer to the bag in case they want to throw over. Paco saw that big old lead that Pinchback had, and he's got some speed on him and wanted to step off there and make sure Pinchback doesn't get that big of a lead next time. There's the pitch inside. A little bit too far inside to Buedeker. 1-2 count. One and 2 the count. 2 outs in the inning. There's the offering. Sharply hit. Foul ball down that third base side. You got to give credit to Raiders head coach Jeremy Trojic. Every time there's a ball down that line, he points fair. He's trying to influence that third base umpire. If you're umping this deep in the playoffs, though, you're normally pretty good at watching those lines. 1-2 count still on Buedeker. Here's the pitch, off-speed pitch, outside and upstairs, leaving it up at 2-2. A lot of these game 2 started at 11 o'clock today, trying to get it in before any more potential rain. So a lot of these series are final. We'll go over that in a little bit. Here's the 2-2. Check the swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Collins' coaching staff did not like that call at all. They thought he went. Very close play. I could not tell from here. Full count to Buedeker. There's the payoff pitch. Chopped foul again. Coach Griff making the play. Center fielder Daniel Williams on deck. Paco hoping he doesn't have to see him and he can get the out right here. Payoff pitch number 2 for Paco. Lifted up in the air, should be an easy play. Carney lost it at first. Is that going to drop? Yes, it is. Carney lost it right off the bat. Never saw it. J-Rod assumed that Carney did. By the time he got out there, they were just way too confused and an error on the play. And of course, there were 2 outs in the inning, so all the runners are moving. Almost just a bunt right there by Daniel Williams, right down that third baseline. There's nothing Jarvis can do about it. Daniel Williams, speedster, over there at first base now. Buedeker at second.
Right fielder, number 9, 21, Grant Clump. Right fielder, number 21, Grant Clump. 2 out.
That pitch taken outside. People here at Weimer called that a hit, but technically didn't touch any glove, but no question that ball should have been caught. Can't charge a earned run to Paco on that one. That's too tough. Strike called to Grant Clump, the right fielder. 0-1 on Clump, the lefty. 2 outs in the inning. Williams on first, Buedeker's on second. Swung on and missed there. He's in an 0-2 hole. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball on the outside part of the plate, strike 3. But the damage was done on an error. A ball just dropped right between J-Rod and Carney out there in no man's land. And a run scored in the form of pinchback. And if they hadn't caught him stealing Klimovich, that is at third, that could have been 2 runs. So after half an inning, it's Cedar Ridge 1, Klein Collins 0.
1. Klein Collins Tigers come to bat.
Welcome back to Strickland Field here in Weimar, bottom half of the first inning. That pitch in the dirt to the leadoff man, shortstop Jacob Rodriguez. Lefty, Trent Rosapal. Too far inside. 2-0 the count for J-Rod. After the unearned run in the first inning, ball in no man's land. Strike called there, 2-1. That pitch tails away from the righty. 3 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff man. Does have a lot of power. Does J-Rod. Strike called on a pitch that was well outside. 3-2 the count. Rosapal's payoff pitch is hit foul, straight back. Payoff pitch number 2 from Rosapal is lifted up and out of play down that first base side. Third payoff pitch now from Rosapal is lifted into right field. Is that going to drop? Yes, it is. Right in front of the right fielder, Grant Klump. And that's a leadoff single for J-Rod. See if they can get something going there. Have been a first inning team of late offensively.
Second baseman, Austin Finnegan.
Second baseman, Austin Finnegan. Squares around to bunt, lays it down up in the air. It's an easy play for McCann. Tell you what, Finnegan is a terrific bunter. That does not happen very often. And he is kicking himself for that right now. Unable to get the runner over.
Jarvis.
2 Going to bring up the third baseman, Jake Jarvis. 500 hitter in district play. Hit a home run in game 3 last weekend of by district. And game 1 last night, 2-run shot in the first inning. Almost a balk right there. There's the pitch, lifted up in the air. Should be an easy play for the shortstop, Klimovitz, and he makes the grab for the second out of the inning. And if the Tigers are just going to hit pop flies today with that wind blowing pretty much in, it's going to be a long offensive day for them. Gotta hit line drives in this wind. The right fielder, big, tall lefty Jason Helms now at the plate with 2 outs. Runner on first, that's J-Rod. Swung on and missed on the high fastball. The Woodlands is leading Round Rock Stony Point. And that's a 14 versus 16 5A matchup. That's bottom of the 4th. They're over at Dell Diamond. Here's the 0-1 to Helms. J-Rod is going on the pitch. There's the throw from McCann. Not in time, and he's safe. So Helms has a runner in scoring position now. Base hit most likely will score a run. There's the 1-1 offering inside. Called a strike. Rosapal with the 1-2 pitch. That one's a little bit too low. Evens it up the count for Helms at 2-2. There's the pitch, the 2-2. Hit right to Rosapal. Almost did a step and throw there, but said, let me get a little bit closer. Chase him down closer first and then underhand it. Make that throw a little bit easier. And he does, so after 1 full inning of play, it is Cedar Ridge 1, Klein Collins 0 here on the Legacy Sports Network. Chris Chambers will lead off the inning here for the Raiders. Paco's fastball taken inside for ball one. That one ripped foul right over the dugout of Klein Collins. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count. For Chris Chambers. Strike called there, and now the Cedar Ridge fans don't like it. Inconsistent strike zone so far. There's a hard hit ball to left field. Joel Rodriguez giving chase, and he's not going to be able to get there. Not a lot of foul territory as you get further and further down these right and left field lines. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up in the air. Huber, is he going to have enough room? No, he's not. Good effort there by Jared, but just not enough real estate back behind home plate. Here's the 1-2 again. This one once again hit foul and out of play down that line. Has not been able to square this pitcher up just yet. Count still 1-2 for the left fielder Chambers. Takes that one below the knees. That will even it up at 2-2 for him now. Big cut there by Chambers, and he comes up empty. Or now they say he fouled it. Got a piece of it, and it went to the ground before Huber was able to glove it. Two. Ripped foul into the stands there. Fans are exposed down that right and left field line. Everything behind home plate, you're fully enclosed by the rooftop and netting. Over there, you sit at your own risk. Here's a 2-2. That one hit straight up in the air. Should be an easy play for Carney. He sees it this time, and he makes the grab for out number 1. DH Ryan Phillips now.
Number 6, your designated hitter, Ryan Phillips.
In game 1 yesterday, Phillips was 1 for 3. Had a single to left field back in the 2nd inning. Fastball taken just below the knees. Paco's just not getting ahead of these hitters. And that spells trouble. There's a line shot just over the outreach glove of J-Rod at shortstop. And that's going to be a 1-out single for Phillips. Now the 9-hole hitter, Derek Ramos, the second baseman.
Number 1, second baseman, Derek Ramos.
Woodland still leading Round Rock Stony Point over there at Dell Diamond. That's in the top of the 5th inning. That's just a 1-game series. Paco doing his trademark move there, the little twist, the Nomo twist. Does it very rarely. Likes to do it with that runner on first base in a steal situation. Try to fool him in case he's going. Swung on and missed on that pitch, tailing away. That move is very, very effective and has tricked a lot of base runners. Here's the 1-1. Squares around a bunt, pulls it down, but foul. Goes straight down into the dirt and just stays right there in the box. So 1-2 count for Ramos. Goes Trojic over there at third, giving signs. There you see Ramos getting back in. Paco throws over to first base, keeping Phillips nearby. There's the 1-2. This one looped foul down that third base, the first base side, I'm sorry. And Ramos doing a nice job here, just battling and staying alive. Trying to force Paco into making a mistake. Huber looks like he's setting up away. The pitch was a little bit low and away there. Sliced foul again. So Ramos doing a great job here, working that pitch count of Paco early in the ball game. Ramos was 1 for 2 before he was pinch hit for by Nico Rodriguez in the 6th. Rodriguez actually ended up with that RBI single, tied the ball game up. Time called by Ramos. Strike called on that one. That's just a nasty slider there by Paco, and it's a hard pitch to hit. Ramos had a good at-bat, though.
2 out, brings up number 2, Ryan Klimovitz.
So Ryan Phillips still over there at first base, and the leadoff man, Ryan Klimovitz, at the plate. Klimovitz was 1 for 4 last night, and he started the ball game off with a walk. Last inning in the first. Takes that first pitch low. Very patient hitter, you can see right there by the numbers. Forces you to throw him strikes. That one high and inside. He's got a 2-0 count. There's a sharply hit ball, once again, just over the head of J-Rod at shortstop. And that is another single. And the 4th base hit of the ball game for the Raiders.
Number 11, Cameron Pinchback.
The Raiders had 8 hits last night and have 4 already through 1 2/3 innings of play. Fortunately for the Tigers, they've all been singles. Cameron pinch back to third baseman, left-hander. Has one of those hits back in the first. Swung on and missed on that outside pitch. Wishes he had that one back. Puts himself in an 0-1 hole. The time called by the umpire there. Pinchback called it and did the right thing, waited for the umpire to make the call before he stepped out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, too far outside. Started off way outside. Tried to backdoor it. Here's the 1-1 from Paco. Swung on and missed again. Looks like he checked the swing, tried to. He could not check it though. One and two for Pinchback. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Top of the second inning. Big cut there, comes away empty. And the Raiders had another opportunity to put some runs on the board, but they couldn't do it. And Paco gets out of the jam. So after 1.5 here in Weimar, it's the Raiders 1 and the Tigers 0. Back here to the action, bottom half of the second inning. First baseman Mikey Tanner is going to lead it off.
First baseman, Mikey Tanner.
Injured his hand yesterday during the ball game. Anxious to see if he's going to be able to get a good swing in. Good hard cut. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. That was called a strike. 1-1 to Tanner. Rosenpaul with a breaking ball down low. He's got good movement on that breaking pitch. He's not going to hum it in there at 90, but receiving speed. That's going to be a base knock into right field by Mikey Tanner. And the first hit of the game for the Tigers since the leadoff man, J-Rod. Nick Carney, the center fielder. Last night was 1 for 2. Had a walk and a single. Singled in the 6th inning. Tried to get something going there, but they left him stranded. Takes that one outside. 2-0 the count now. Well, this Cedar Ridge team is very patient at the plate, and they are glad to take walks. That's what you need to score runs, base runners. That pitch inside, almost getting him on the leg there. Thought that was 3-0. Is it just 2? That Rosapal fastball is on the outside, black of the plate. Ball to strike, 2-1 the count for Kearney. There's another good-looking pitch right in the middle of the plate there. It's a ball that should have been hacked at right there. I believe the count is 3-2. Full count here for Rosapal. This one lifted up, and no, it bounces on the ground. They try for the double play. They don't get it. But they do get that lead off, that lead man, Mikey Tanner at second. That ball dropped just short of the shortstop Klimovitz's glove. The umpire out there made the sign, and he knew to throw it over to second base. So Kearney hits into the 6-4 fielder's choice. That will bring up the designated hitter, Tristan Sanders. Struggled a bit during non-district play. Seemed to get hot again during district, had a couple of grand slams. Lifts this one out of play down that first base line. And it's a 1-1 count for Sanders. Rosapal looking in there. Here's the pitch from the lefty. Sanders watches that one go by low, right around shin high. 2-1 the count for Sanders now. Rosapal checks the runner. Kearney at first base. Kearney is moving. It was a hit and run. Sanders did a nice job to make contact. Budeker picks it up. And they say it was foul. Really, really close. Budeker must have seen it hit foul and scooped it up. Didn't want to take a chance of it rolling back into fair territory. Let's see if Kearney's moving with the pitch again here on the 2-2. No, he's not. Sanders watches strike 3, fastball outside part of the plate. That's out number 2. That'll bring up the catcher, Jared Huber. He had that big home run that gave the Tigers a 3-0 lead. Back in game 1. Runners going this time on the first pitch. Kearney is in there safely. That ball was outside. Tough play for McCann to reach out there, grab it, pop up, and make a good throw. So a stolen base for Kearney, and Huber has a man in scoring position. Base hit can tie this ball game up here in the top of the second inning, or bottom of the second, I'm sorry. Here's the pitch from Rosapal. That one outside as well. 2-0 count. Allen defeated Rockwall Heath 7-6 and then 8-2. I believe that was late in the ball game, not quite a final. Outside as well, 3. He's called it a strike. Maybe I just have a bad angle here. That was not a strike. 2-1 count on Huber. Lifted up in the air, foul. Out of play. Plano West defeated Garland 7-4, 5-0. That is still going on. That's in the 6th inning, so it looks like they'll advance. They won game 1. So it'll be Allen versus Plano West in the 3rd round. The 2-2 pitch from Rosapal. Huber just gets barely a piece and hits a foul again. Round Rock defeated Klein last night at about 2 a.m. over at Mumford by a score of 4-1. They'll play game 2 at 4 p.m. and game 3 if necessary after that. As I mentioned, Woodlands was up on Stony Point. Winner of that Round Rock Klein series will play the winner of the Woodlands Stony Point. Huber doing a nice job of staying alive here. Here's the 2-2. Hit into right field. Sprayed out there, but just foul. That's the top half of the Region 2 bracket. Plano defeated Longview 6-0. And they move on, and they'll face Rockwall as Rockwall beat McKinney 1-0 and 11-4. Now they got Kearney running on the pitch. Rosapal got him in a pickle here. Let's see if they can finish it off and get Kearney out for the 3rd out of the inning. He slips and falls, and they make the 3rd out of the inning right there, catching Kearney. So Huber will once again and come up and hit in the next inning, the 3rd inning. After 2 full innings of play here at Weimer, it's Cedar Ridge 1 and Klein Collins 0. Catcher Mike McCann leading off the top of the 3rd inning here. Oh, that fastball by Paco got him. Right square in the middle of the back. It's got to feel pretty good. Paco just has not looked himself since about 2/3 of the way, 3/4 of the way through the season. He's struggled of late.
Brings up number 19, Cruz Better.
Going to bring up Buedeker now. Cruz Buedeker, the first baseman. McCann's courtesy runner. Marcus Bailey is on first. Little chopper, seeing eye single that gets right by Jarvis at third base into left field. And that's going to be a base knock for Buedeker. Back in the first inning, he's the one that had the pop up to no man's land.
Number 22, center fielder, Daniel Williams.
Still nobody out here in the third. Bailey, the courtesy runner for the catcher McCann, is on second. And Buedeker now at first. Center fielder Daniel Williams is already 1 for 1 today. He is at the plate. See the entire infield now in there on the hill as Coach Griffin talks to everybody. See him talking to Paco now. I don't know if he's not 100% healthy or home plate umpire going out there to break things up now. I think Coach Griff may have added a few statements about the inconsistency behind the plate as he walked off to the home plate umpire. So Paco in yet another jam here in the third. Daniel Williams, the center fielder, squares down a bunt. Tanner has it, bumps into Paco and can't make the throw to first. Oh, when it rains, it pours. And another error, fielding error. That one's on Mikey Tanner, the first baseman, so the E3. And both of the errors today. Plays that honestly should have been made. No question. Both of them, the plays should have been made. Neither one would have been a spectacular play, just an average play now. Bases loaded. Nobody out here for the Raiders. Jarvis got out of a jam like this in game one. Let's see if Paco can do the same. They asked for help, and yes, he did check his swing. Top of the seventh inning at Dell Diamond, 1-0. Woodlands defeating Stony Point. Checking for you, but I'm sure Ryan Burnett throwing for the Highlanders. He is a stud. (1-0) the count for Grant Klump. Got a huge opportunity right here in front of him for the Raiders. Paco delaying a little bit. Stretching this one out. 1-0 pitch. outside. Ball 2. Warren has a double, and Blaine Gillespie, the quarterback, as well for the Highlanders. He's got a triple. 3-0 count on Klump now. Burnett, 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 10 Ks. Unreal. Barrera hanging in there for Stony Point, too, has only given up that 1 run, and it was unearned. 3-0 count. Got to throw a strike here. You walk a run. There it is. Strike called. Three balls and a strike. The count for Klump. Another strike called. Fastball at the knees. Probably not a bad idea to watch that one go by. With Paco kind of being all over the place. Full count now. Payoff pitch here. Swung on and missed on the outside. Off-speed pitch. I think it was a changeup. That's out number 1. That's exactly what Jake Jarvis did when he was in that jam. And then he got the double play. The 1-2-3 double play to get out of that jam. Left fielder Chambers is 0 for 1 today. He popped out to the center fielder Carney. Last inning. Swung on and missed there. Here's the 0-1, squares around a bunt, lays it down, and Tanner lets it go foul. Great play by Mikey Tanner. May have had a play at the plate, but it would have been close. You don't want to risk that, and tell you what a gutsy call there by head coach Jeremy Trojic of Cedar Ridge. Almost worked to perfection, too. But now Chambers has an 0-2 count on him, and pretty sure you're not going to see that again. Paco's got him just where you want him here. Just don't give him anything good to hit. Make him chase outside the zone. Here's the 0-2. Held off on that one. Low and away, and I keep pounding outside the strike zone here one more time. Try to get him to chase, maybe a slider tailing away from him or a high fastball. Here's the 1-2 from Paco. He was able to get just a piece. Lifted up in the air, foul. One-two count for Chambers. The DH Ryan Phillips on deck. Here's the 1-2. This one lifted up in the air, but foul. And that broke something. I'm guessing that was glass that came crashing down. A light bulb. Broke a light bulb over there and raining down glass. Very dangerous situation. 1-2 the count. Does throw that slider tailing away. Doesn't go for it. Evens it up at 2-2. Yeah, if somebody had been directly under that, that could have been very, very dangerous. You hear this wind really whipping, coming straight in. Here's the 2-2, chopper, foul. Got the Klein athletic director, Teresa Anderson, over there. She's got things under control. Making sure everybody's okay. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2-2 count. to the left fielder, Chris Chambers. Paco trying to get out of a jam. Hit on the ground to Jarvis. He's going to make the play to Huber for the force out at home. So Chambers hits into the 5-2 fielder's choice. And McCann's courtesy runner, Marcus Bailey, is thrown out at the plate for out number 2. So he's just one pitch away from sneaking out of this bases loaded, no out jam, just like Jarvis did last night. Ryan Phillips, the DH, is 1 for 1 today. He's at the plate. Fastball, strike called. Here's the 0-1. Oh, good looking breaking ball there. Got him out in front of that one and up above it. And he's in an 0-2 hole. Bucko has a great opportunity here. 2-0, Woodlands leads it on top of the 7th now over Stony Point. Taking a long look in on the sign. Time is called and granted for the DH, Ryan Phillips. Here's the 0-2. Outside, change up, got him swinging and miss it, and Paco gets out of the jam. Unbelievable. You don't do that very often. 2 times in a row, bases loaded, no outs, and they don't push anything across. When we come back, it'll be bottom of the 3rd. Cedar Ridge still leading here in game 2, and they lead the series 1-0 as well here on the Legacy Sports Network. One to nothing score here in game 2. Cedar Ridge leads the series 1-0. Trying to move on to face the Kingwood Mustangs, the 3rd place team from Klein Collins District. Jared Huber at the plate, had the big home run last night. Takes a first pitch strike there. Kingwood beat Round Rock McNeil, the 4th place team, 3-0 yesterday and 4-3 today. This morning at 11. Outside evens it up at 1-1. So Plano will play Rockwall, and Kingwood will face the winner of this series. Those are your 3rd round Region 2 matchups. In just a few minutes, we'll talk about Region 3 of the Houston area. Tried to backdoor that off-speed pitch. Stayed a little bit far outside, though. 2-1 to Huber. That one is sliced down that first baseline, and it's going to be foul and out of play. In a second here, let's see if we can get a shot of these flags. This wind is really, really strong today and blowing almost right to left. You see it right there, both of them just whipping in that wind. Right to left, kind of blowing in from right center field, so as a lefty, it's going to be tough to get one out, and as a righty, it's going to be pretty hard too, unless it's right down that line. That pitch is inside, and Huber has worked himself a full count. It's a base knock right there. A seeing-eye single past the shortstop, Klimovitz, into left field. Got to get something going offensively here. Let's see if this is the start of it here in the bottom of the third. Left fielder Joel Rodriguez now coming up to the plate with his first plate appearance. Courtesy runner is number 4, Kyle Saul. He played third base last night and was DH for. Very quick on the base paths and smart. Upstairs from Rosapal, 1-0 count on Joel Rodriguez. His brother, leadoff man, shortstop Jacob Rodriguez on deck. Trying to put a rally together here, tie this ball game up. Joel fakes the bunt, pulls it back, takes the strike. Coach Carlos aggravated at him. Apparently wanted him just to swing away there, maybe pull it back and swing at it. Not a bad hit over there. Unfortunately for him, it's right at the second baseman. A line shot opposite field. That's baseball though. Good hit, but right at him. It's a double play for the Raiders.
Shortstop Jacob Rodriguez, 2 outs.
J-Rod led this ball game off with a single to right field. Takes that off-speed pitch outside. Nobody on, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 the score. The Raiders lead it. That one is off of the back foot of J-Rod, and he'll be at first base after the hit by pitch. I will bring up Austin Finnegan. He's the one that tried to square that bunt up and move J-Rod over to second in the first inning, but instead popped it up to McCann, the catcher. Try to redeem himself right here. Strike called on the low outside fastball. The 0-1 pitch from Rosapal. Little ground ball over to Budeker at first base, and it's a nice, easy play for Cruz. And a hit by pitch and a hit. But the runner is stranded at first base in the form of J-Rod. After 3 full innings of play, Klein Collins is in trouble here. They're down 1-0 in the series and in the ball game here in Game 2 on the Legacy Sports Network. Back here for the fourth inning. 9-hole hitter, Derek Ramos, the second baseman, at the plate. Takes that fastball from Paco for a called strike. Two and one to count for Ramos now. That one goes well out of play. Once again, a line drive right over the top of that Cedar Ridge dugout. A few feet lower than that. Could have seriously hurt somebody. That one goes right up the middle, right in between the glove in the hand of Paco. Finnegan is able to grab it and throw it to first, but it's not in time. And it's an infield single for Ramos. Going to bring up the leadoff man, Ryan Klimovitz. He's 1 for 1 today. Leadoff walk in the first and had a single back in the second. Squares around a bunt, it's inside. Whoa, what a, hold on a second, you've got to be kidding. They're awarding him first base? He squared around a bunt and it hit him. That's a strike. He's got to ask for help here. There's no way the other umpires, wow. Wow. The first base umpire says he did not attempt to bunt that. He didn't pull it back. That looked pretty clear to me. Looked pretty clear that Klimovitz was squared around to bunt. There's no question the ball hit him, but if Klimovitz was squared around to bunt, that is a strike. Klimovitz did not pull back on the bat there. Another bunt attempt there. Jarvis giving chase. And just out of his reach. That's Cameron Pinchback. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled back in the first, came around to score, struck out in the second. So Klimovitz is at first. Derek Ramos is at second. Cameron Pinchback, the third baseman, at the plate. Once again, nobody out in the inning. It's the top of the fourth inning. Cedar Ridge up in the ball game. This is game 2, 1-0. They won game 1, 4-3. Let's see if Jarvis is going to try to come in here. See if we can go back to that angle. There you can see Jarvis, the third baseman. See if he's going to come up at all, if they're going to try to bunt him over with no outs now. Put a bunt down that third baseline. He does square around the two corners. Now he squares it up right to Finnegan. Finnegan tags him and then throws to first. Now they say Finnegan didn't touch him. Now the first base umpire, I believe he was just saying that he was right there. It's his call to make. One out in the inning. Runners on second and third, and Coach Griff is going to go back out there and have a quick chat with his infield and try to get this situation taken care of defensively, because Coach Jeremy Trojic could do a lot of things here. Safety squeeze. A lot of different things Coach Trojic can do right here in this situation for the Raiders, especially since they already have the 1-0 lead. Got to get all your bunt coverages figured out. So Derek Ramos is at third. Ryan Klimovich is at second. One out in the inning. The catcher, Mike McCann, is at the plate. The Woodlands wins their ball game 2-1 over at Dell Diamond, so they move on. Here's the pitch from Paco. Checks the swing, doesn't matter. Strike called. The 0-1 count to McCann. There's a chopper. Shortstop misplays it. Paco let it go. He did the right thing. J-Rod scooped it up, but he was just a little bit ahead of himself and had trouble getting the ball out of the glove, and an E6 and another run scores. 3 errors in the ball game now for the Tigers. In a must-win ball game, that's not a good thing.
Number 19, Cruz Bitter.
First baseman Cruz Budiker now. He's 1 for 2 today. Reached on an error in the first and singled to left in the third. Big cut there. Comes up empty. 0-1. 2-0 the score now in the favor of the Cedar Ridge Raiders. Here's the 0-1. Squares around a bunt. Throws it to third. Did they get him? Yes, they did. So that is the second out of the inning, as they get Klimovich there at third base. Budiker tried to square around and bunt it, but that might have been a safety squeeze. We'll never know. Oh, 2 count on Budiker. Runner on first. That's the courtesy runner from McCann. Low and away, 1-2. I believe that's Marcus Bailey over there at first base. Breaking ball called strike 3. Gets him looking. But the damage was done on the E6, and the run scored. The new score after 3.5 here in Weimar is Cedar Ridge 2, Klein Collins 0. Third baseman Jake Jarvis will lead off the bottom of the 4th inning here. Takes that fastball upstairs for ball 1. Jarvis flew out to the shortstop in his first at bat. There's the Rosapal delivery. That one way outside. 2-0 to Jarvis now. Jarvis had the 2-run blast in game 1 in the first inning. Raiders never led in that ball game except for the walk-off. Here's the 2-0. Outside again, 3-0 to Jarvis. You hear that wind in the mic. It is whipping hard. That is nowhere near the strike zone. Not a bad idea to intentionally walk them. So Jarvis is at first. And that's going to bring up Jason Helms. Only 2-0. The ball game not out of hand, even though it should be worse. It is only 2-0 for Cedar Ridge. Helms watches that one go by for ball 1. And now the Raiders will take a break and have a quick chat with their pitcher. While we have a second here, let's talk about the Region 3 playoffs. Seven Lakes against Jersey Village. We'll check on that the score for you. That game should be over. Started that one at 11 o'clock at Kincaid. Katy defeated Cy Falls last night 4-2 in 8 innings. Brazos Wood and Manville, they play tonight. Pearland defeated Clear Falls 5-2 and 11-1. Spring Branch Memorial won game 1 against Cy Wood 6-2. They play 2 p.m. also. They started. 1-0 pitch to Helms. Low and away, 2-0. So Spring Branch Memorial up 1-0 in that series. They play the winner of Cy Ranch and Bel Air, defending state champ Cy Ranch, in a 1-game series. That one starts in about 20 minutes. That one low for ball 3, gets all the way to the backstop. And that's going to allow Jarvis Jarvis on second base now. Helms with the 3-0 count. There's the pitch from Roosevelt, inside, ball 4. So the Tigers have an opportunity here. Only down 2. And they are going to make a pitching change now. So we'll take a quick break. As you see the new pitcher coming on. Trying to get his number here as he walks sideways. That's number 10. That's going to be Trevor Bragadeste, the junior. So while he warms up here, we'll take a quick break and be right back here on the Legacy Sports Network. So there you see Trevor's numbers on the season, 2-1, 1.77 ERA. Very effective on the bump. Mikey Tanner, the lefty, at the plate now. I think I would have left the lefty in for one more lefty. Because after that, it's all righties for the Tigers. But in high school, you don't worry as much about that righty-lefty matchup. Fastball outside part of the plate. Strike evens it up at 1-1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Helms on first, Jarvis on second. There's the bunt laid down by Tanner. Trevor has it, fires over to first, and beats him by a couple steps at first base. But the first and second run are in scoring position. Great job by Tanner to lay the bunt down. That's been a problem here for both teams in this ball game so far. And Carney is hit by the pitch. He's going to eat that one, and the bases are loaded. Carney at first. Helms at second. Jarvis at third. 1 out in the inning. The designated hitter, Tristan Sanders, at the plate. The SFA signee with a big at-bat right here. Down 2-0 in game 2. They're down in the series. Here's the pitch from Trevor. Low and away, gets by the catcher. Jarvis breaking for home, safe. Jarvis scores on the pass ball. 2-1 the score. The game tying run at third. The go-ahead run at second. Bottom of the fourth, one out. 1-0 count to Sanders. There's the pitch. Ball hit hard to center field. That should be deep enough to score Helms. And it is. Good job by Daniel Williams out there just to make the play and get it in quick. So the sac fly is the second out. But more importantly, that game-tying run scores in the form of Jason Helms. Nick Carney still on second. And Jared Huber is 1 for 1 today. And he has an opportunity with another base hit to give the Tigers the lead. That one gets by the catcher, a wild pitch. And now Carney's at third. Breaking ball out in front of the plate. Tough defensive play from McCann to make. Bounced off of him and didn't go too far, but far enough to let Carney reach third. Got to be careful with what you call here. Here's the 1-0. Fastball inside, strike called. Here's the 1-1. Hit hard to the third baseline, and Carney's going to score. The Tigers take the lead 3-2. Jared Huber with yet another huge postseason base hit. The courtesy runner, number 4, Kyle Saul. You see the celebration there. They can score in a hurry. Their bats have been silent up until this fourth inning. That ball ripped and gets by the third baseman. Klimovich, the shortstop, makes the play, but that's an infield single for Joel Rodriguez. Kyle Saul, the courtesy runner for Huber's at second. Joel Rodriguez is at first. Leadoff man, Jacob Rodriguez at the dish. Beautiful curveball there. Looked like a strike. Called ball one. Had a lot of movement on that one. Here's the 1-0. Too far outside on the fastball. 2-0. For the leadoff man, J-Rod. He's 1 for 1 today, singled in the first, was hit by a pitch in the third. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Oh, big cut there from J-Rod, comes up empty. 2-1 count. That's a little looper, and it looks like it's going to be an easy play for Klimovich there in shallow center field to make, but the damage was done. Jarvis scoring on the pass ball. Sanders deep sac fly, RBI, and then the RBI single from Huber. And the Tigers now take the lead 3-2 here on the Legacy Sports Network.
If safety is your goal, Fabinco is your gate. Fabinco, the world's leading manufacturer of self-closing safety gates.
Up next for Career Day, quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
That State Farm agent said she helps people. What do you do?
I play football.
That's not a job.
Well,
Did you save my dad hundreds with the discount double check?
no, but I was MVP last year.
Mr. Hubble says trophies are for people with self-esteem issues.
Who's Mr. Hubble?
That's Rod Hubble.
No, it is not.
For savings, we're best in class.
Hey, Roger! Discount double check!
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Paco now with his 86th pitch. That one low. Taken for ball 2 by the center fielder Daniel Williams, leading off the 5th inning here. Fastball at the knees. Makes it 2-1. Williams singled in the first, reached on an error in the third. Here's the 2-1 from Paco. A little bit too far outside. Got a hitter's count, 3-1 right here. Oh, and that fastball goes off of the home plate umpire for ball 4. He's going to walk that one off. That had to hurt a little bit.
Leadoff walk brings up number 21, Grant Trump.
Taking a breather, getting hit. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Grant Klump. The lefty. He's 0 for 2 today, struck out in the first looking. Struck out swinging in the third. Squares around a bunt. See Williams staying put on first, as Klump does not get the bunt down. Playing a little small ball here. That's what you got to do now with these bats. 1-0 count for Klump. Squares around a bunt again, pulls it back. Fastball high, 2-0. Now he lays down the bunt. Paco has it. Underhand tosses it to Tanner at first. And gets the for sure out, number 1. But he does his job and advances the base runner up. Runner in scoring position with 1 out.
Number 5, Chris Chambers.
So Chambers is 0 for 2 today. Flew out to center field and hit into a 5-2 fielder's choice. Takes ball 1 there. Here's the 1-0 from Paco. Hit hard into that left center gap, and Nick Carney's there to make the play. Great catch. Good hit by the left fielder Chambers, too. Unfortunately, just hung up there a little bit too much, and Carney ran it down.
Number 6, Ryan Phillips.
Ryan Phillips, the DH, 1 for 2 today. Singled back in the second, struck out swinging in the third. 2 outs in the inning. Runner on second, 3-2. The Tigers now lead it after that 3-run 4th inning. And he's saying that it hit him. And he's going to take his base, Ryan Phillips. As the 3rd hit batsman of the afternoon for Paco. Trainer's going to walk out and take a quick look at Phillips, the DH, over there at first. You're going to try to walk it off. You don't want to come out of a ball game like this. That ball ripped to left field. Joel Rodriguez is there for the catch, though. Not a bad at-bat there for Ramos, but Joey Rodriguez out there in left chases the line drive down for out 3. When we come back, bottom of the 5th, Collins trying to extend their lead now. 3-2 currently on the Legacy Sports Network. Austin Finnegan now. At the plate. Facing Bragadeste. Trent Rosabal finished his night with 58 pitches thrown, 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. There you see Finney's district stats. Very good hitter, very great contact hitter. Here's the 2-0. Inside, strike called. I'll make it 2-1 for Finney. Strike called there. I'll even it up on Finney at 2-2. Breaking ball hit on the ground. Utica has it. Foot race to first. Utica had the shorter distance, and he makes the play. So the 3U put out Finnegan is out number 1. That's going to bring up Jake Jarvis. 0 for 1 today. Flew out to the shortstop in the first. Had a walk, 4-pitch walk in that last inning. Actually led the inning off. Led the rally. 4 pitches nowhere near the strike zone. This one laced into left field. It's going to go foul, but you saw that one. That was a shot. A little bit out in front of that one. The long strike. 0-1 to Jarvis. That breaking ball right in the middle of Jarvis's back. And he eats it. Another hit by pitch. A lot of hit by pitches, but when they're a breaking ball, you know there's no malintent. If you're going to hit somebody and try to hurt them, you're going to throw a fastball. So it's just a matter of these pitchers not having their A games and missing spots. Breaking ball, tried to backdoor that pitch to Jason Helms. Stays outside, 1-0. Fastball at the knees. There you see Helms' number. Just amazing. In 16 games, 23 RBIs. Had a terrific district. That's why he's a first-team all-district player. Strike called. And the Collins coaching staff, they are just hammering this home plate umpire. We can get a shot at them in a minute, maybe after the back call. All 3 coaches are lacing into him now. Two balls, 2 strike count. There's the pitch. Hit hard into right field. That's a base knock. Jake Jarvis rounding second. Helms trying to go for the double. It's going to be a stand-up double for Helms. And now a throw to the plate. Jake Jarvis scores. Wow. He knew that ball was getting down, and he took off from first. He was not going to stop. That ball going all the way to that deep corner out there. Not too much that Klump could have done. And that's an RBI double for Jason Helms, and it's a 2-run lead. Now for the Tigers, 4-2. Big cut by Tanner, comes away empty. Jake Jarvis with 2 runs scored in the ball game now. Boy, the Tigers just look lifeless and dead through the first 3.5 innings, but have come alive now since that 4th. Inside fastball is just lifted up. Easy play for the left fielder, Chris Chambers, for out number 2. Now we'll bring up center fielder Nick Carney. That ball hit hard to deep left field. It is gone. Goodbye, home run, a 2-run shot by Nick Carney. And the lead is extended to 6-2 now. Nick Carney, his senior year, is just exploded with power, leading the ball club in home runs. I believe that is his 6th of the year. And this Tiger offense is just exploding now. As I mentioned early on in this series, that if both teams have their A hitting game on, the Tigers are just flat out better. But defensively and pitching wise, that's where Cedar Ridge will get you. They've got depth and they've got defense and a lot of it. Six to 2 the score. Klein Collins leading it. You can hear that wind now, and it is blowing in. So for that ball to get out of here, and you know, Kearney just tattooed it. Going to bring up the DH, Tristan Sanders. 0 for 1 today, struck out looking in the second. Had the deep sacrifice fly, RBI. And that ball ripped into left center field, and that's going to be a base hit for Tristan Sanders. We're going to have a pinch runner. That's number 20, sophomore James Kuykendall. In for Sanders, the DH, to run.
James Kuykendall. Pitch running for your designated hitter, Tristan Sanders. James Kuykendall, pitch runner.
Jared Huber, the catcher, now at the plate. He is 2 for 2. Had a single in the third and an RBI single in the fourth. Yesterday he was 1 for 3 with a solo home run in the 5th inning. Trying to replicate that right here, except it'd be a 2-run shot. Scoreboard issues and 2 outs in the inning, 6 to 2 the score. Well, you get the scoreboard wrong, parents will attack that press box. They will get after you. Breaking ball inside part of the plate. Wow, called a ball. Good breaking ball there. 1-0 count to Jared Huber. There's the pitch, another breaking ball. That one a little bit upstairs, 2-0. Kuykendall on first. There's the pitch. Pitch straight back. I think Huber wishes that maybe he didn't take a hack at that one. 2-1. Watches that for ball 3. 3-1 now. And he draws ball 4. We will have a courtesy runner, number 4, Kyle Saul. Run for the catcher. Huber has now reached base 3 out of 3 times.
For catcher Huber at first base, number 4, Kyle Saul.
Joel Rodriguez, the left fielder. At the plate. Takes that fastball. High and inside for ball 1. 1-0 count to Joey. Another fastball high and inside. Two-0 count. That ball ripped into left field. Coach Carlos wanted to send Kuykendall home. Maybe he could have, but didn't want to take himself out of a huge inning here, potentially already a huge inning, but didn't want to make that third out. And the long walk being made out there to pull his pitcher. The new pitcher coming in is going to be number 12. That's Alec Lares, the senior, left-handed thrower. While we watch him warm up, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have his numbers and continue the game here on the Legacy Sports Network. Left-handed pitcher Alec Lares, the new pitcher for the Raiders here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Leadoff man Jacob Rodriguez at the dish. Off-speed pitch outside part of the plate called strike 1 to J-Rod. Lares 1-0 in district play with a 2.00 ERA, 7 innings pitched. Here's the 0-1. That ball ripped into left field over the shortstop's head. And that's going to be an RBI single scoring Kuykendall. Finney will stay put at third. I'm sorry, Kyle Saw, I believe that is. Austin Finnegan now at the plate.
Number 2, Austin Finnegan.
Finnegan led off this inning with a ground out to first base. Batting around here. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 7-2 the score. Nice breaking ball called strike 2. He's in an 0-2 hole. One and two now the count for Austin Finnegan. That ball lifted. Is the third baseman pinch back going to have enough room? Yes, he is. So pinch back gets the third out of the inning, and Finney had a rough inning 0 for 2 there, but the damage was done. The 2-run blast by Nick Carney. RBI double by Helms. RBIs by Joel Rodriguez and Jacob Rodriguez. And a crooked number put up on the board, 7-2. Now the lead for the Tigers. Top of the 6th inning when we come back here on the Legacy Sports Network. Klimovitz leading off at the top of the 6th inning. That ball ripped foul. And surprisingly, Paco is back out there on the hill. He's at 98 pitches now. And a 7-2 lead. I think you take him out here, but probably won't see a 7th inning for sure. 0-1 count on Klimovitz. We'll go over the Region 3 playoffs here momentarily, as one series just went final. 0-2. Deer Park won the first ball game 5-0. Fort Bend Kimner came back and won 3-0. And Deer Park has just won the ball game 7-3. So Deer Park moves on. 1-2 there. They will play Fort Bend Dulles, who defeated North Shore in a 1-game series, 4-1. Good call by North Shore. And when you got a pitcher like Ricky Salinas, Ricardo Salinas, then he's a fireball thrower. Not enough, though, and preseason number 1 in the area will face Deer Park. That's going to be a great series. Strikeout there.
Number 11, Cameron Pinchback.
Cameron Pinchback, the lefty. With 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 6th inning. 7-2 the score. Klein Collins leading Cedar Ridge. .0 is lifted up in the air. Jarvis gives chase, but it's going to be foul and out of play. Paco with 7 Ks now and over 100 pitches. That ball ripped down the first base line, but foul. 1-2 count for Pinchback now. He's 1 for 3 today, singled in the first, came around to score. Takes that breaking pitch, low and inside. That'll even it up on him, 2-2. Full count for Cameron now. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4.
Number 3, Mike McCann.
I'll bring up catcher McCann. McCann's 0 for 2 today. Flew out to right, hit by pitch, and reached on an error. 1-0 count on him here. Big swing there, comes up empty. Spring Branch Memorial and Cy Woods, that's a great series. Memorial won game 1, 6-2. And in game 2, they're all tied up in the 7th inning at 5 apiece. Here's the 1-1. Inside fastball. Looks like a changeup there. Yeah, McCann on a 1-2 count. Cy Ranch and Bel Air just started that ball game about 10 minutes ago. That is a terrific game there. We'll get you updates as we go along here. We could be here for a while. Game 3 might be coming up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch for Paco. Chopper, foul. Down the third base side. Spring Branch Memorial scored 3 in the bottom of the 6th inning to tie that ball game up. Casey Clemens has 2 RBIs in there as well. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Paco, ripped into left field for a base hit. As you heard there, senior Marcus Bailey, the courtesy runner for the catcher McCann. He's been that courtesy runner all series long. Cruz Buetiker is 1 for 3 today. Had a single back in the 3rd inning, reached on an error in the 1st. Pinch back at 2nd. Marcus Bailey at 1st. There's the pitch. Big swing there. Trying to make this a 2-run ball game with 1 swing. There you see Lance Moskowitz. He's the game 1 loser. He's warming up in the bullpen. Had 2 straight strikeouts and then gave up the long bomb to Buetiker. Another big cut there, comes up empty. Buetiker in an 0-2 hole. 1 out. Runners on 1st and 2nd, 7-2 the score. This is game 2, remember. Cedar Ridge won game 1, 4-3. Collins trying to tie this series up and force a 3rd game. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, a strikeout.
Daniel Williams. 2 out.
I'll bring up center fielder Daniel Williams. Singled in the 1st, reached on an error in the 3rd, and walked in the 5th. Paco wants a quick time, have a quick word with his battery mate. Now this time called by Williams. Big swing there by Williams on the inside pitch. 0-1 count. Runners on 1st and 2nd, 2 outs. And another big cut. And another big cut comes up empty for the Raiders. This ball ripped into right field, right at Jason Helms, though. Not a bad shot by Williams. But right at Jason Helms over there in right field, and going into the bottom of the 6th inning. The score is 7-2 here on the Legacy Sports Network. Klein Collins leads it over Cedar Ridge. Jake Jarvis will lead off the bottom half of the 6th inning here for the Tigers. The Raiders down to their final 3 outs here in game 2. There's a pitch from a lefty. Swung on and missed. And you got a piece of it there, fouled back. Strike called there. Jarvis and an 0-2 hole. 0 for 1 today with a fly out, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Pops this one up to right field. 3 people giving chase, a Bermuda triangle, but Ramos is able to make the grab right in the middle of them. For the first out of the inning.
Jason Helms.
That'll bring up Jason Helms. Helms is 1 for 2 today with a walk and an RBI double. Oh, that breaking ball goes over the head of Helms for ball 1. Another breaking ball called a strike there. Good looking pitch. Pearland defeated Clear Falls. Swept them 5-2, 11-1. They'll play the winner of Brazos Wood and Manville. That game's at 7 p.m. tonight. Another curveball. This one on the inside. Beautiful pitch. Katy beat Cy Falls in game 1, 4-2. They'll play game 2 today. 7 Lakes in Jersey Village. That one could be over. We'll get a score for you here momentarily. Helms gets a piece of this one, hits it foul. Hits this one hard down the third base side, but the foul as well. There's a rip. Second baseman Ramos has it though. Fires over to first and gets the out. Oh, it looks like Helms maybe sprained an ankle over there down that first baseline. Tigers fans hoping that Helms is okay as he limps back to the dugout across the diamond. Very slowly.
Now taking number 24, Jonathan Silva.
Jonathan Silva, the pinch hitter. Takes ball 1 there.
Jonathan Silva, your batter.
Silva hitting for the first baseman, Mikey Tanner. That pitch taken low by Jonathan. 3 balls, no strikes to count for Silva. .30 pitch right down the pipe. Makes it 3-1. Hits this one foul down that third base side. And all of a sudden goes from 3-0 to 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch from the lefty. Fastball, high and outside, ball 4. Silva draws a walk. I'll bring up Nick Carney, the center fielder. We'll have a pinch runner for Silva. Most likely that means that Tanner will come back into the ball game. Austin Windsor now is on first base. So Windsor, the pinch runner for Jonathan Silva. Nick Carney at the plate, 2 outs. That runner on first. Collins leading the ball game here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 7-2. Here's the 0-1 inside. That will even it up on Carney. Here's the 1-1. That ball ripped into left field again. Fair or foul? Foul ball. Very close. Oh boy, almost home run number 2 of the afternoon. That one goes foul, straight back into the netting here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pinch back over to first. Oh, what a defensive play by Cruz Buetiker to get it. Carney out at first. Great defensive tag. After 6 full innings, it's Klein Collins 7, Cedar Ridge 2. Cedar Ridge is down to their final 3 outs to try to avoid a decisive Game 3 here on the Legacy Sports Network. And look at this, Paco still on the hill for the Tigers. We'll get a pitch count here for you in just a minute. It is way up there, I can tell you that. Jared Huber giving chase. That foul ball is going to get out of play, though, as it hits the roof. Coach Griff looked like he was going to call time, but not now. I think they're hoping Moskowitz gets warmed up pretty quick so they can bring him in here, I want to say. Paco now at 121 pitches. He has never gone that high, and usually not something that Coach Griff does. Chris Suarez out there in the bullpen now. There's a line shot right off the glove of Kyle Saul. Kyle Saul is a terrific defensive player. That does not usually happen. And another defensive error for the Tigers. Grant Klump is on first after the E5. Chris Chambers, the left fielder, at the dish. There's the pitch from Paco. Fastball inside, a little bit too far inside. That ball hit up in the air. Carney camps under it and makes the grab. That's out number one. 2 outs away from pushing this series to a decisive winner-take-all game 3. We'll bring up the DH Ryan Phillips. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled in the second, struck out in the third. Hit by the pitch in the 5th. Want to know the count there. Swung on and missed. Beautiful changeup by Paco there. Two and one to count to Phillips. Down to their final 2 outs here are the Raiders in game 2. Swung on and missed. That's 2 and 2. Here's the 2-2 offering. Just a tad outside. Collins' coaching staff wanted that one, but that was actually a ball. But after such inconsistency throughout the whole game, you don't blame them. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count to Phillips. Payoff pitch from Paco. Hit up in the air. Jared Juber throws the mask down, plenty of room, and he makes the easy catch. One out away. Coach Griff coming out to talk to Paco now, making sure he's okay at that high pitch count. Near 130 on the afternoon. 130 exactly. There's the pitch from Paco. Fastball inside part of the plate, called a strike. Here's the 0-1. Big cut by Ramos there. Coming up empty. Here's the 0-2 from Paco. Breaking ball left upstairs. 1-2. $133 pitches. Gave up a lot of hits, but only 2 runs. Has pitched out of some magical jams here in this ball game. Did Francisco Pena. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trying to finish this one off, get the complete game victory. That ball into center, or through the hand of Paco there, and J-Rod grabs it, tags second in time for out number 3, and Francisco Pena gets the job done. Amazing. 7 innings pitched, 134 pitches, 8 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. Great job by Francisco Pena. The home run by Nick Carney. We're about to have a flip here for home team in game 3. That's coming up in 30 minutes here on the Legacy Sports Network.